हुसैन सर।
రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వడం లేదు సార్.
హలో.
సార్.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. మీ స్క్రీన్ వస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఓకే సతీష్ సార్.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. So in yesterday's class we discussed about the inductance of three phase symmetrical as well as asymmetrical lines without considering the transposition, right? So now today let us discuss about inductance of three phase unsymmetrical line or asymmetrical line without with the transposition. Okay. So by the end of this topic you can explain the what is meant by transposition of conductor and why it is used, and you can also derive the expression for inductance of a three phase asymmetrical line with the transposition. Okay. Asymmetrical line is same as unsymmetrical line, so both are interchangeably used. Okay. Right. So what is meant by a transposition here, right? Let us see the inductance of three phase transposed line, right? Generally this transposition will be done for unsymmetrical transmission lines, three phase transmission lines. Okay. So when there is a symmetrical transmission line, all the three phases will have the equal inductance, so there is no problem with symmetrical transmission lines. So but in case of unsymmetrical transmission lines, so if you recall the last class derivations, inductances of all the three phases in unsymmetrical transmission line is different. So it is a complex number, and it is also the value of inductance for phase A, LA, LB, LC, all values are different values, not the same values. So when the inductance is not same, so then what happens, the voltage drops in the different lines will be different. So if you observe sending end voltage as well as receiving end voltage, so when you send the sending end voltages and the currents as balance, so but at the receiving end you will not get the balanced voltages, so due to different voltage drops in different transmission lines, different phases. Okay. So and also this different in unsymmetrical spacing will make the so so will induce the voltages, so that voltage will be disturb the other communication lines which are which are running in parallel to the transmission line. You know that along with the transmission lines some communication lines also will be going. Okay. Some communication lines in the sense telephone words like that. Okay. So the conductors, the voltage induced in the conductors, that may affect the communication lines also if the they are unsymmetrical. Okay. So to make the unsymmetrical to symmetrical, or to make the inductances of all three phases same, so we will use the transposition. Okay. So what do you mean by transposition of conductors? Let us see here. Right. So transposition is nothing but your conductor, all the three phase conductors will be taking its position. Wait. So if you take a certain length of the transmission line, you take a certain length, right? You take some length of the transmission line, so up to this distance length L, so you are transmitting the power. So that means here you are having one tower, and at the end you will be having one tower, right? If the three phases are unsymmetrical, so that means unsymmetrical is nothing but distance between any two phases is not same. Okay. So D12 is different, D23 is different, and D31 is different. Okay. So due to this unsymmetrical spacing, you are getting different inductances in all the three phases. right. So to get same inductance, you are going to do the transposition of lines. So what do you mean by transposition of lines means? So now this length, this total length of the transmission line will be divided into 3 sections, 3 equal sections. Okay. So if it is total length is L, so then the length will be divided into 3 sections, which is having a distance L by 3, L by 3, L by 3. Okay. Right. In this first section, you will be having 3 conductors, A, B, C, and also in the second section you are having this. Also in third you are having all the 3 phases. So these conductors A, B, C will change its position for every section. Okay. Suppose this conductor A is in first position, conductor B is in second, conductor C is in third section. Let us third positions 1, 2, 3 are positions in the first section. This is first section, and this is second section, and it is third section. Okay. So in the first section, A is at position 1, B is at second position, C is at third position. So then after L by 3 distance, the position of conductor A will be changed. Okay. So now this conductor will take the position number 2. Right. Again, after going some distance, which is again equal length of L by 2, so again this position will be changed to third position. So that means the conductor A will take all the positions of other conductors. Okay. So here you are having conductor A, right. Conductor A up to first section, it is under first position. So when you consider the second section, so then this conductor A will come under second position, and in the third section it will come under third section. That means each in the similar way B also, B here after going some distance it will take third position, then in third section it will take first position. Okay. So you see it will take first, initially it is in first section, it is in third position, then after some time, after some distance which is L by 3, it will take the first position, then after some L by 3 distance it will again take second position. That means if you observe this, each conductor A, B, C, R, each conductor will take the original positions of all other conductors. So this is called the transposition. Okay. See here in this diagram it is clear. Okay. Observe this diagram. So these are the positions, 1, 2, 3 are the positions, and the total up from here to here. So this is total length of the transmission line, right. The total length will be divided into 3 sections, right. Those 3 sections will have same length, right. Total length will be divided into 3 equal lengths, right. So or 3 equal sections you can say, right. Section 1, section 2, section 3. Okay. So now if you observe all the conductor A is occupying the first position in first section, and second position, this is the second position in section 2, and third position in section 3. Okay. So similarly conductor B is taking second position in first section, and it is going to third position in section 2, and it is going to first position in third section. Similarly conductor C is taking third position in section 1, and after going L by 3 distance in second section, the conductor C will take first position. Okay. So then after going another L by 3 distance, the conductor C will take the second position. So now if you observe here, all the phases A, B, C are taking all the positions, right, over the length of this transmission line length. Okay. This is called complete transposition cycle. Okay. So this arrangement of conductors will make the average inductance of each line to be equal. Okay. When average length of that means LA, LB, LC, average inductance of all the phases A, B, C will be same. So when inductance is same, so then there will be same voltage drops. So at the receiving end you will get the balanced voltages. and this transposition cycle will doesn't affect the nearby communication systems. Okay. The flux linked with the nearby communication systems and voltage induced in the communication systems will be 0 when you use the transposition. Okay. Is it clear what is transposition? Okay, if you are having doubt, you ask me. Okay. So, now let us derive the expression of inductance for this 3-phase transposed line. Okay. So, this transposition only used for unsymmetrical lines. Okay. So, now to determine the inductance, first you have to develop the flux expressions, flux linkage expression. So, now for the first section, if you consider the conductor A in the first section, so what are the flux linkages? Okay. So, that flux linkages of conductor A when it is in first position is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 into current flowing through that conductor A, which is I A ln 1 by R A dash, geometrical mean radius of that particular conductor, plus current flowing through the bth conductor ln 1 by distance from A to B, which is this distance d12. Okay. So, plus current flowing to the third conductor, which is I C ln 1 by distance from A to C is d31. So, this is the flux linkage expression in the first section for conductor A. Now, in similar way for the same conductor A, you have to write the flux linkage expression when it is in section 2, right. So, for section 2, if you write the flux linkage expression, you will get 2 into 10 power minus 7 into I A, current flowing through the conductor A ln 1 by R A dash. Okay. R A dash is the geometrical mean radius of conductor A, plus current flowing through the conductor B, which is I B ln 1 by this distance B to A here. In the second section, this distance is 2 3. Okay. So, this is d23 you will get. Okay. In the first section, A to B distance is d12, this distance. Okay. Plus current flowing to the conductor C, which is I C ln 1 by distance from C to A here, this distance. So, this distance is d12. Okay. This is d12. So, in the similar way, you have to write the flux linkage expression for same conductor A when it is in third section. So, when conductor A is in third section, what are the flux linkages? So, that expression is lambda A. So, lambda A is nothing but flux linkages for eighth conductor. Here 3 is in the third section. Okay, sorry, third position, when it is in third position, right, which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 into I A ln 1 by R A dash. This will be the same, okay, for conductor A, plus due to current flowing to the conductor B, which is I B ln 1 by, now here distance from A to B is again changing. So, this is this distance, A to B is 3 to 1. So, d31 or d13 you will get. Okay, distance is d13 plus current flowing to the conductor C, which is I C ln 1 by distance from C to A is this distance. So, which is 2 3. So, d23 you will get. So, these are the flux linkages expression for conductor A only in all the 3 sections. Now, if you want total flux linkages or average flux linkage of this conductor A, so then you can write the expression as lambda A1 plus lambda A2 plus lambda A3 by 3. So, you have to write the expression for average inductance. Okay. See here, average flux linkages of conductor A are lambda A is equal to lambda A1 plus lambda A2 plus lambda A3 by 3. So, you have to sum all these 3 expressions. Okay. Sum these, with that you have to sum all these 3 expressions. So, now if you sum all this, 2 into 10 power minus 7 is common for all the 3 terms. So, you take it aside. right. So average means by 3 kada. So lambda a1 by 3, lambda a2 by 3, you will get like this. Okay, average is lambda a1 plus lambda a2 plus lambda a3 by 3, right. So that 3 I am dividing to each one, then lambda a1 by 3, lambda a2 by 3, lambda a3 by 3. So you will get like this. So by 3 will be getting in all the 3 expression. Okay, so you just take the 2 into 10 power minus 7 as outside, right, in all the 3 expression. So 2 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, so then so this 1 by 3 will go inside. Okay, so here you will get 1 by 3. So here it will be erased here. Okay, here also 1 by 3, here also 1 by 3. So in other these expression also you can take that into inside, right. So when you take inside this, so now this can be written as IA into ln 1 by RA dash whole power 1 by 3. This 1 by 3 can take into power of this expression. Okay. Similarly, if you take this into inside, here also you will get power of 1 by 3. Here also you will get power of 1 by 3. Okay. So then take IA as common. IA as common. Then you have ln 1 by RA dash whole to power of 1 by 3, ln 1 by RA dash whole to the power of 1 by 3, ln 1 by RA dash whole to the power of 1 by 3. So it is nothing but ln 1 by RA dash. So this is all are plus. So you are summing here. So plus of all these is ln A plus ln B plus ln C is equal to product of all these. Okay. So product of 1 by RA dash, 1 by RA dash, 1 by RA dash. This will become 1 by RA dash whole cube. And if you take 1 by 3 power here, so what if expression you will get 1 by 3 will get cancelled. So you will get IA ln RA dash only. Okay. So first here 2 into 10 power minus 7 IA ln 1 by RA dash you will get. Okay. This. So then you do for the second one. Okay. So now in the second term also you are having IB as common. Okay. So here you are having IB, 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 right. So in all these also you are having 1 by 3 also. Okay. So when you take this, so then if you sum all these, so IB by 3, first you take common IB by 3. So then sum of all these logarithmic terms, sum of all these. So sum of all these means log A plus log B plus log C, which is log A B C. So ln of 1 by, so D12, D23, D13 or 31, you can write anything, right. D31 you will get like this. Okay. So now this 1 by 3, you can go into take it as power of this expression. So that means this whole power 1 by 3 you can write. That means IB into ln 1 by D12, D23, D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3 you will get it. Okay. See the expression. See the second term in this expression, IB into ln 1 by D12, D23, D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay. So next you have to do the same thing for third. Okay. So you take IC is common, right. So then you will get the ln 1 by D12, D23, D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3 again, right. You do the calculations here. Okay. So this is the final expression for flux linkages of conductor A, right, average flux linkages, right. So now you know that if it is a balanced system, So then IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. So then from that IB plus IC can be written as minus IA. Okay. So now here if you observe this expression, so this term and this term are same. Now if you take these two terms as common, this into IB plus IC you will get. In place of IB plus IC you can write it as minus IA, right. So that means for this total term, so you can write the minus IA, so minus IA into ln 1 by, so D12 D13 sorry D23, so D23 D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay, this you will get, right. This is in this expression. In this expression again you are having IA as common, right. IA if you take common, IA into ln 1 by RA dash minus ln 1 by D12 D23 D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3 will get. So again now log A minus log B you will get. So the final expression will be 2 into 10 power minus 7 IA ln D12 D23 D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3 by RA dash. So this is the average flux linkages of conductor A. Okay. So now this total term in the term in the numerator, which is D12 D23 D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3 is taken as D equivalent, which is called equivalent equilateral spacing. Okay, right. Then the inductor, if you write the inductance expression for conductor A, inductance is equal to flux linkages lambda A by current flowing through that one IA, that conductor IA, right. So now here if you substitute this expression, IA will get cancelled. The final one will be 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln D equivalent by RA dash you will get. Okay. So now this can be written as 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln DM mutual GMD by DS self GMD. Okay. You got this expression in previous lectures, 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln DM by DS. So here DM is nothing but D equivalent, DS is nothing but RA dash. Okay. So like this you will get the inductance of conductor A. This is the average inductance of conductor A. Similarly, you can get the average inductance of conductor B and conductor C also. So now if this radius of all the conductors are same, so then you will get the LA is equal to LB is equal to LC. Okay. So this is about the inductance of unsymmetrical transmission line when it is transposed. Okay, transposed three phase unsymmetrical line. Okay. Right. If you are having any doubt, you can text me in chat box. Right. So I want to show the transposition of conductors here. You see the in practical case. Okay. So if you observe the this pole, this one, here you are having red, here you are having, right, I will change the color. So this conductor, is red, this conductor let it be orange, so this is I think yellow. So now while transposition, so you have to change the position of all the three phases. Okay. So this let it be A, B, C. So three conductors are there. Now this will be taking the position of 2 here, right, and this will be taking, this B phase is taking position of 3. So when it is going, right, and the similar way C is taking position 1, right. So now here this pole or tower is called a transposition tower when it is used like this. Okay. So at this tower a transposition of conductor is going to be taken place, right. That transposition of conductors is taken by these jumper lines. So these are called the jumper lines. Okay, I think you would have observed this in outside. Okay, so this is the tower, transposition tower. Here also, if you see here, conductor, this will be connected to this. So this will be connected to this, and this will be connected to Lafarge finally. Okay, so this is how the transposition will take place. Right. The next topic. So what is the single circuit and what is the double circuit three phase lines? Okay. So single circuit three phase line is nothing but in this single circuit three phase line, you will be having only three phases, right? All three phases will be having stranded conductor only. Okay. So if you observe the first tower, so this tower, single circuit, single earth wire line, earth wire, right? So this tower is having earth wire generally will be at this place here. So this way earth wire will be used for protecting this transmission line with lightning. Okay. So now apart from this earth wire, you are having three phases, three phase conductors here. Okay. All the conductors are stranded conductors. Okay. So only three conductors will be there in the single circuit transmission line, right? So up to now what we discussed here is a single circuit transmission line only, single circuit three phase transmission line. Okay. We are considered only one conductor in each phase, and we derived the inductance expression for single circuit transmission line. Okay. So that single circuit may be again asymmetrical or asymmetrical, right? If there is asymmetrical lines, you can make it as symmetrical by using transposition. Okay. So this is single circuit line. So now what is double circuit transmission line? Here is, in double circuit transmission line, you will be having two conductors for each phase. Suppose if it is phase A, you may be having two conductors. For phase B, you are having two conductors, and phase C, you are having two conductors. Okay. So total there will be 6 conductors and 2 conductors per each phase. Okay. So then if you look the tower, it will be like this maybe. Okay. This is a double circuit transmission line, so which is having single earth wire. So here also you are having only one single earth wire. So now if you take this one, it is a single circuit double earth wire. Okay. Here single circuit in the sense only you will be having only one conductor in each phase. So but earth lines will be 2 here, right? That means you are making the system more protective from the lightning, right? In a similar way, double circuit line with a double earth wire. So right here you can have 2 earth wires, right, for the protection of lighting. Okay. So and here you are having for each phase 2 conductors. So there are total 6 conductors, and each phase is having 2 conductors. This is called a double circuit transmission line. Okay. So and this tower also will be this tower is a single circuit transmission line. This is another structure. Okay. This is same as this one, right? This is also same as this one, right? This one is a double circuit tower, double circuit transmission line tower, and this is single circuit transmission line tower. Okay. Right. So right now observe different structures of towers. If you observe, so this is one case, one of the tower which is having 3 cross arms. Okay. Number of cross arms are changing here. Okay. So the double circuit transmission line only, but the structure of tower is different here. Okay. So one circuit will be having 3 conductors. So double circuit in the sense you will be having 2 circuits. Each circuit is having 3 phases. Okay. So this is one circuit, and this is this side another circuit. Okay. So there will be some towers which are having two cross arms only. So in such a case, double circuit transmission line will be like this. This side one section, one circuit, this side another circuit. Okay. So if there is a single cross arm, then the tower structure will be like this. Okay. So for only one cross arm, you are having 3 conductors which are for each phase one. So this is first circuit and this is second circuit. So double circuit transmission line. And if you observe all these 3 towers, it is having 2 earth wires only. In similar way, you will be having 4 circuit transmission line, 6 circuit transmission line. Okay. So as the number of circuits are increasing, each circuit will be having 3 conductors. Okay. You can go on increasing the transmission. You go on increasing the this number of conductors per each phase. If you use 2, it is double circuit. If you use 3, triple circuit. If you use 4, a 4 circuit. Like that, you may be having multi-circuit transmission line also, right? So this double circuit line and or multi-circuit transmission lines are generally used for transmitting the more amount of power, and this also will increase the reliability of the system. Okay. So what do you mean by reliability? If any one of the phase is faulty, so then you can maintain with other phase. As in double circuit transmission line, each phase is having 2 conductors. So if one conductor is maybe failed, so you can supply some amount of power through another conductor. So the reliability will increase when you go for double circuit or multi circuit transmission lines. Okay. So but while designing this transmission lines, double circuit transmission lines, you have to take care that inductance of the circuit will be minimum. So why? Because if the inductance is more voltage drops will be there. Okay. How to make the inductance of the transmission this double circuit line minimum, right? So what is the inductance expression in general? So inductance L is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7, 2 into 10 power minus 7 into ln dm by ds, mutual distance by, so mutual GMD by self GMD. So this is the general expression of inductance for any transmission line. Okay. So if it is a single phase transmission line, then dm will be capital D by ts will be RA dash. So for a single circuit transmission line, right? So if you take a three phase single circuit transmission line, 3 phase single circuit. So when then in such a case, this dm will become equal to D equivalent equilateral speaking D equivalent. So which is equal to D12 D23 D31 whole to the power of 1 by 3. So this is for single circuit transmission line or 3 phase transmission line. Okay, dm value. So ds will be, so in single circuit transmission line, as there is only one conductor, so this ds value will be RA dash, R dash, you can say geometric mean radius of that particular conductor. Okay. So then what about the inductance of a double circuit transmission line? So now we are going to derive the double circuit transmission line inductance, right? Here also you will use this same expression. Now here we are going to determine this, what is the dm value, what is the ds value. Okay. Right. So as I said here, while designing this transmission double circuit transmission line, you should have the low inductance, so that there will be low voltage drops will be there. Okay. So to design the to get the low inductance, what you should do, right? So same expression here, I erased it. So to get the low inductance, so what are the possibilities are there in this expression? So to get the low inductance, you can increase the dm, or you can decrease the, sorry, you can increase the ds, or you can decrease the dm. Okay. So mutual GMD can be decreased or self GMD can be increased. Okay. How you can increase the self GMD, how you can decrease the mutual GMD while placing the these conductors. So a double circuit transmission line will be having 2 conductors for each phase. Okay. How you will arrange those conductors when to get the low inductance? Okay. We will see it also. See here. So this is the arrangement of conductors for double circuit 3 phase line, right, with the transposition. Okay. With the transposition also taking, this is the arrangement of conductors for a double circuit 3 phase line. in general you may also represent only one section also. So, in some textbooks. Okay. So, that means each phase will be having two conductors. So, those conductors are A dash. Okay. So, why you are placing diagonally opposite to each other these two conductors? Why you can't place horizontally? Okay. Here A, here A dash, here B, here B dash, here C, here C dash. Why can't we place like this? Okay. So, generally to as I said before, inductance of the transmission line should be low. Okay. To get the low inductance, so ds value should be high. So, what is ds? Suppose if there are two conductors per each phase, which are A dash. So, then what is the ds value? So, ds value can be written as there are two conductors, right. So, there will be 1 by 2 square, which is 1 by 4, 1 by n square. So, two conductors are there. So, 1 by 4 you will get. So, then distance here will be self distance daa. So, daa, so which self distance into A dash, if you take the first conductor A. So, this product into another product is A dash into A dash A. Okay. So, the self distances are nothing but r dash values, geometric mean radius r dash. So, this A dash, so which is nothing but distance between A and A dash. So, to get the high self GMD, so how you can get self GMD high? The distance between A dash is high. Okay. So, when you place diagonally diagonally A and A dash, so in such a case this distance will increases. The distance between A dash will increase. So, when the distance is increases, self GMD will increase, so that inductance will be low. So, suppose if you take side by side horizontally, so the distance between these two will be very low when compared to this type. So, for this circuit you will be having less self GMD, so that more inductance will be there. So, to get the low inductance, so you will be generally place the conductors diagonally. Okay. Right. So, ABC in this way you are going. So, here A dash, B dash, C dash will in opposite direction. So, that distance between the conductors will be increased. Okay. Here if you observe C dash, that distance also will be high. So, of course, there may be some less distance. So, but DA dash, DC dash will be distance will be more. So, DS will be high, so that inductance will be low here. So, this is double circuit transmission line arrangement. Okay. So, now this double circuit arrangement will be transposed. Okay. So, in transposition you will be having 3 sections, each section will be having a same length. Okay. If there is a total length, all the 3 sections will be having a length of L by 3. Okay. So, now here the conductor, when you consider the transposition, so all the conductor will take original positions of all other conductors. Suppose this is position 1, position 2 and position 3. So, conductor A is taking up to here first section. So, in in second section it is taking position 2, and in third section it is taking third position. Okay. So, in a similar way, B it is taking B in first section is second position, conductor B in second section is third position, and in section 3 it is going to first position, and C also. C is third position in section 1 and first position in section 2 and second position in section 3. So, similarly, if you are changing this A dash, A B C, so then in opposite direction other circuit you have to consider. In a double circuit line, one circuit will be like this. So, other circuit. So, now you are arranging C A B. So, C dash, A dash, B dash will be from below to upside. So, now here you are getting B C A. So, in opposite direction B dash, C dash, A dash you have to get. Okay. So, in some problems you may give only this mark. only first section may be referred. So, this is also a double circuit transmission line only. So, but here that a double circuit transmission line transposition cycle is given here. So, each cycle will be having all the 6 conductors. So, but positions of the conductors will change in each section, right. So, now let us derive the inductance for this double circuit line, right. Inductance L is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm by ds. What is dm, what is ds? If you calculate, you will get the inductance of this double circuit transmission line. Okay. So, let us derive the values for dm and ds. Now, apply the method of GMD. Now, if you take single circuit transmission line, single circuit 3-phase transmission line, in which case you are getting dm is equal to d equivalent, which is dab, dbc, dca whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay. Instead of 1, 2, 3, here we are taking ABC conductors. Okay. If there are 3 conductors in a single circuit transmission line, there will be only 3 conductors. So, in such a case dm value will be d equivalent, which is equal to dab, bc, ca whole to the power of 1 by 3. So, but when you consider the double circuit transmission line, so now dab, dbc, then dca are different, not these distances. So, these are the mutual dab is the mutual GMD between phases A and B in section 1 of the transposition cycle, and dbc is mutual GMD between phase B and C of section 1, and dca is mutual GMD between phase C and phase C and phase A in section 1 of the transposition cycle. Okay. So, what is DAB? DAB also mutual GMD. So, mutual GMD between A and B. So, DBC is mutual GMD between B and C. DCA is mutual GMD between C and A. So, first you have to derive the values of DAB, DBC, DCA. So, which are the mutual distances between conductor AB, BC, CA. Okay. So, first derive the DAB here, mutual distance DAB. Right. You take 2 conductor A and B in first section. Okay. Take 2 conductors A, conductor A and conductor B in first section. So, each phase will be having 2 conductors. So, conductor A is having A dash 2 conductors and conductor B is having B dash 2 conductors. So, those 2 phases you have to take. So, now, so that DAB is the mutual GMD between these 2 conductors. Okay. So, mutual GMD between these 2 conductors. So, then how you can write? So, each phase is having 2 conductors A dash, B dash. Okay. So, now what is the mutual GMD? So, now here you are having M is equal to 2 conductors, here also 2 conductors. So, it will be whole to the power of 1 by Mn. Mn means 2 into 2, which is 4. So, you have to remember that GMD formula. Okay. So, DAB is equal to some products into whole to the power of 1 by Mn. So, M is the number of conductors in one phase and N is the number of conductors in other phase. Okay. So, now you have to take the mutual distances. Suppose this is A, so this is B, sorry, this is A dash and this is B, this is B dash. Okay. Mutual distances in the sense from conductor A in this phase, A to other phase, these distances you have to consider. That means DAB, DAB dash. Okay. The product is DAB into DAB dash. So, this is one product when you consider conductor A. So, now if you consider conductor A dash, so there are 2 conductors per phase. When you consider the second conductor in phase A, which is A dash, then from A dash to mutual distances from B to B dash. So, A dash B and A dash B dash you will get A dash B into D A dash B dash. So, this is the mutual GMD between phases A and B, right. So, now what is that? Now, here you have to assume some distance, between any two conductors will be capital D. These are the assumptions. So, let us assume distance between any 2 phases will be in the first circuit will be capital D. So distance from A to C dash will be H, and A to B dash will be P, and A to C A dash will be Q. So these are the assumption. You can take any value instead of this X Y Z also you can take. Okay, I am taking H P Q like this. These are the assumption distances. Okay, right. Now so now what is DAB? So what is the distance DAB here? Capital D. So from the diagram, DAB is capital D, and DAB dash is AB dash. AB dash, this distance is P. So this will be DP into, so now A dash B. So D distance from A dash to B, A dash to B, this distance. So now this distance is same as this distance, right? So this distance and this distance both are same. So this will be P. And what is D A dash B dash? A dash B dash. So this distance. So this distance is same as this distance. So which is capital D. So mutual GMD between phases A and B is dP into dP, which is dP whole square. Okay, so dP whole square, and whole to the power of 1 by 2 also is there, whole to the power of 1 by 4. Okay, so here you are having whole to the power of 1 by 4, right? This 2 2's I will get cancelled. So this will be equal to dP whole to the power of 1 by 2 finally you will get. Okay, so this is the mutual GMD between phases A and B. So in the similar manner you have to calculate the mutual GMD for phases B and C, and you also have to calculate the mutual GMD between phases C and A. Okay, so now if you write for this, so each phase is having 2 conductors, so power will be the same 1 by 4. Now BC means BC distance, DBC, DBC dash you have to take. Okay, what is DBC? BC is D, capital D, I am writing directly. Okay, and then BC dash you have to take. BC dash is this distance. So this distance and this distance both are same again, which is dP only, into, so then if you take another conductor B dash, so B dash C distance into B dash C dash, B dash C. So B dash C is nothing but this distance. Okay, so this distance in section 1, B dash C dash, this distance is same as P only, right? P, and B dash C dash distance is capital, this one capital D. So again you are getting the same. So DBC also same as DAB, which is dP whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, so dP whole to the power of 1 by 2 you will get for DBC also. Okay, so then what is DCA? So DCA is the mutual GMD between phases C and A, right? So if you write for C and A, so then how you can write? So each phase is having again 2 conductors only. So this will be again whole to the power of 1 by 4, again whole to the power of 1 by 4. Now these C to A dash distances product you have to take. C to A, what is distance? C to A is 2D. So distance is 2D, and C to A dash distance is, this distance is horizontal distance is H. So 2DH you are getting into, now again another conductor in C is C dash. So C dash to A, C dash to A dash, what is the distance? So C dash to A, C dash to A is nothing but H only. Okay, so this is H, and C dash to A dash is again 2D. So 2D. So that means 2DH whole square you are getting. So 2DH whole square is nothing but again 2DH. Finally you will get 2DH whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, like this if we calculate the mutual GMD in section A for all the phases. Okay. So now after getting DAB, DBC and DCA, so you can write the expression for D equivalent, right. So D equivalent is product of DAB, DBC, DCA whole to the power 1 by 3. Now you substitute all these in that expression. So the final expression what you will get here is 2 into 1 power 2 power 1 by 6 into D power 1 by 2, P power 1 by 3, H power 1 by 6 you will get. So you do some mathematics now. Okay, you will get the final expression as this one. Okay, so you got the dm value. D equivalent is nothing but dm value. So then this dm value in section other sections, section 2 and section 3 also will be the same. Okay, so you don't need to calculate for other sections. So after getting dm, you calculate the ds, self GMD in section 1 of phase A. Okay, this phase A is having conductors A and A dash, right. So what is the self GMD? Self means you have to consider only one conductor. So that means if you take first conductor, first phase, those phase will be having A dash, two conductors are there, right. So in such a case, how you can write? ds is equal to distance, self distance, first you take first conductor, daa into daa dash. This is one set of product. So then you take another conductor. So then da dash a dash, right, self distance, and d a dash to a, okay, whole to the power of 1 by n square. So 1 by n, there are two conductors are per phase. So 2 square is 4 again. Okay, then what is the distances? This is in first section. So what is daa and a dash a dash? So this will be geometric mean radius r dash into, so daa dash is a dash, this value, this is q, okay, r dash q. Okay, similarly a dash is again r dash, and a dash a is q again. So you are getting whole to the power of 1 by 4 here. Okay, so now this is equal to r dash q whole square. R dash q whole square is nothing but finally you will get r dash q whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, similarly you determine the self GMD for phase B. So this is for phase A. So you determine for phase C also. Okay, for phase B if you write, so BB you are having again self distance is r dash, and B to B dash, B to B dash is here you are having H, right. So finally what you will get r dash H and r dash H whole square whole to the power of 1 by 4. So which is finally r dash H whole to the power of 1 by 2 you will get, right. So then for section C, for the third, this will be written as DCC dash. So r dash, sorry, DCC and C dash. What is the distance between C dash? This will be same as Q. So r dash Q whole to the power of 1 by 2 finally you will get, right. So I am directly writing here. So you do some mathematics and you will get those. Okay. Right. Within 3 minutes I will complete. Okay. So you are getting DSA which is equal to r dash q whole to the power 1 by 2, DSB r dash h whole to the power 1 by 2, DSC as r dash q whole to the power 1 by 2. Okay. So this is the self GMD in section 1 for phase A, and self GMD for section phases B and C these. So equivalent self GMD is nothing but ds is equal to product of all these three into whole to the power of 1 by 3. Here how many products are there? So that value, that power, that cube root we have to consider. So one cube root you have to take, as there are 3 products, 1 by 3 you will get. Okay. So this value you substitute the all the expression here, these all 3 expressions in this equation. So finally what you will get here is ds is equal to this value. So the inductance per phase is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm or dm by ds, or dm is same as d equivalent. So you calculated d equivalent value and ds value, you substitute those values, you will get the final expression as 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of 2 into 2 power 1 by 6 into d by r dash whole to the power 1 by 2 into p by q whole to the power 1 by 3. Okay. So these are units are Henrys per phase per meter. Okay, you are taking only one phase. Okay. So this is the Henrys per phase and per meter only. So this is about the inductance of double circuit transmission line. Okay. So we will end up here. Thank you. If you are having any doubts, you text me.